In today's video we will discuss the top 10 best survival movies like Squid Game. You don't want to miss with new videos. New videos are released every Monday through Friday. Number 10. The Hunger Games. The first installment in the trilogy, The Hunger Games plays around with the familiar themes of deadly games with hefty rewards for the last man standing. It's set in a dystopian future, where there are 12 districts under the rule of the power-drunk capital. In a bid to keep the masses in check, the annual Hunger Games feature two tributes from each district competing in a tournament to the death. Much like it is in Squid Game, the contestants are from the bowels of society and have little to no choice to bend to the will of the capital, or do they? Number 9. The Running Man. Based on a Stephen King novel, The Running Man truly embodies the competitive spirit of Squid Games. It's set in a dystopian version of America where corruption is practically the order of the day. There, a policeman, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, is framed and his only shot at freedom is to compete in the infamous Running Man show. Here's the lowdown: it's a deadly game show where criminals practically flee from hired assassins whose mission is to hunt each criminal down before they have the chance to earn their pardon. At the end of the day, it's just as sick as the Squid Game. Number 8. Battle Royale. In many ways, The Hunger Games is the American version of this controversial piece, so you'll see a few parallels there. Battle Royale itself is based on an even more controversial novel, the kind that gets banned, and explores a dystopian future where randomly picked 9th graders are pitted in a brutal battle against each other, and yes, it's to the death. Sure, there's no pleasure in watching teenagers slaughter themselves. But it is fascinating to watch common high school movie tropes emerge in the midst of all that physical violence. Number 6. The Tournament. This one features a central theme of the rich pitting the disadvantaged against each other for sport. Sounds familiar? In this case, the twisted event is called The Tournament and it comes around every decade. Seeing as it's a life-threatening affair, only the downright unhinged and dangerous volunteer to participate in the sordid affair. Sure, it's a lot more bearable to watch questionable characters hunt themselves down. But it's also disturbing in the sense that it makes viewers take a closer look at how far the rich would go to catch a few thrills. Number 5. Would You Rather? A weird cross between Dinner for Schmucks and The Purge, Would You Rather explores the length a sister would go to save her brother and the sick aristocrats willing to exploit that. Here, Iris, Brittany Snow, gets tangled in a twisted game of Would You Rather. In a bid to foot the cost of her brother's pricey leukemia treatment, Iris, Brittany Snow, opts to take part in the most dangerous game of Would You Rather ever. Alongside 7 other desperate players, Iris finds out that there can only be one winner, the last one breathing. Number 4. Circle. The premise for Circle is as twisted as it is intriguing, starting out with 50 practical strangers waking up in a dimly lit room. First things first, they have no idea where they are or why they're there. The only recognizable pattern is how one person dies every 2 minutes. Soon enough, the group realizes that they can vote out other strangers to preserve their own lives, and that's where things get interesting. True human nature is revealed as secrets are spilled, alliances are formed and sacrifices are made. Number 3. The Purge. In a future where all crimes are sanctioned once a year, a well-to-do family struggles to make it through the night after their seemingly safe house comes under attack. The daunting thing about The Purge is that not many people have a choice in the matter. While some embrace the sordid festivities, others are forced to be victims in a twisted game of cat and mouse. With genuine and relatable characters, this one makes for quite the eerily realistic watch. Number 2. The Belko Experiment. Talk about a day at the office gone wrong, that's the premise the Belko Experiment is built on. 80 employees are not just trapped in their office building, they equally have to engage in a series of deadly games to survive. As far as they're concerned, the origin of their predicament is a mysterious voice over the intercom that gives them half an hour to kill 2 workers. This unfortunate development pits friend against friend and builds unlikely alliances along the way. At the end of the day, it all comes down to survival of the fittest. Number 1. Escape Room. Cryptic invitations, check. Deadly games, check. A mouth-watering grand prize, double check. Escape Room is hands down the perfect parallel for Squid Game fans to explore. Directed by Adam Robital, the psychological horror movie captures the events that follow after 6 vastly different strangers meet up at the Minus escape room facility. With the promise of $10,000 on the table, they launch into a series of mind-twisting games that test their limits and so much more. No doubt, this one is a bit on the bloody and gory side of things, but you're sure to catch something similar to that Squid Game buzz. These are the top 10 best survival movies like Squid Game. Please leave a comment below for any movies you think we missed. Do not forget to subscribe to the Top 10 Jaw-Dropping Facts channel. And new episodes release every Monday through Friday.